It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
Yes, sir. But I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Main quest. Completing main quest will further the story and grant unlock XP. Some quests are unlocked by spell. Let's go to the charms first. Get Leviosa.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Alright. Cast the charmed compass. Compass will lead you.
Do we really need to
Oh, is that what it
practice
does?
flying on a broomstick?
Oh, that's
I thought
cool.
that was the purpose of trains.
Huh, look at that. Face wears. Put glasses. Yes. Not the best looking scarf, is it? We'll keep it cloaking. Oh, just walking me long johns. Nothing. Alright, so you can start to oops, I meant to press that. Charmed class and dark arts. Let's just... You get rid of this thing? No. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's cool. This is not what it shows. Charms class. Yeah. Let's keep carrying. Artwork.
What do you want? It was an accident.
Revelio.
Are they?
Professor Remnant tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Imelda raised
Some of
that
us
to the
don't
King
necessarily
Village.
want him to get back
I
to the
don't think
lesson.
she's even that good at it.
These cutscenes are so jittery.
Here! Behind you! There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Okay. Steady the wand. Guide it through the symbols.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Need to change the settings, that's annoying me.
Very simply.
Turn ray tracing off. See if that works.
Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Accio. Now, that's it. Not to worry.
Oh, okay.
Very good. Splendid.
Yes.
Don't lose your... Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Here we go!
Okay.
That is how it's done.
Accio.
Whoops, I'm not there.
Stay focused.
Let us see this. There we go.
Oh, that was terrible.
Watch this.
Might need to start that again.
Yes!
Accio.
Ah, well. Spare me.
That's it.
She's got perfect skill.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Right.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
Go on now.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go!
It's gonna get hit. Beg your pardon? That's not how physics works.
That is how it's done.
Accio.
Right.
Be sharp.
Oh, she's a master at this game.
Phew.
Very good.
this?
Yeah, she control it.
There we go.
I try and push those the other way.
Accio.
Nicely done.
Just beat me. It's because of that first one.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you.
Cut, to be honest.
Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Ouagadougou a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Ouagadougou, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere.
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Can I use the blueies? Oops. Sure, walking this.
I already have the wormwood.
What about the shrivel thing?
Bet you don't have the porcupine quills. No, I do. I have everything.
When are you going to try it then?
Haven't decided yet.
I don't want to get in trouble, and I think it's only supposed to be blue.
Pet the cat.
Can we have some? What do you mix them? Yes, of course.
Are we likely to feel miserable afterwards?
It's cool. Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Revelio.
Understood. Like that.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Okay.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me do. So, now, well done. Well done. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel. Using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
Levioso.
Hey, Steve. Must be your first duel.
Let's just say
Students for this adept. I do enjoy a lively duel. Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down.
Smashed it, bro.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge.
I'll be able to
Points
pull
to
the balls,
Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right.
Lovely.
That's enough spectacle for one.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Well,
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.